Welcome back for more Elden Ring, ladies and gents. Hope you're doing well. My name is Lewis, aka Manyouaman here. So today in this another Snowfield episode, we are going to the we're currently in the Yelough Anix Tunnel. So one of those mining tunnel once again. So we know we need to make sure that we're ready to kill all those stone enemies, the stone miners, and we're gonna get the God Slayer Greatsword out. And then later in the episode, we're gonna go through the remaining point of interest in the Snowfield that we have discovered in the last episode. After beating the fire giant, after invading Castle Soul and defeating the general. So with that being said, let's crack on with this. This is going to be the last post-commentary episode ever for Elden Ring, at least for this series. So remaining episodes will be live commentary with me on the hands on the controller. So enjoy the little bit of the post commentary exploring the very interesting and cold Snowfield. So currently we're going through the Yelough Anix Tunnel. So like I said, all of these stone miners, you can see that my serpent bone katana, my serpent bone blade are not doing any damage at all, and this is where I need the colossal greatsword in the God Slayer Greatsword. It does really good damage because not only it does really good physical damage, but it also do fire damage. Not as much as I would like, about 200 points I think. But either way, it looks cool. It's just a bit of a shame that it doesn't act like a black flame, where it slowly tickle the enemy health, because I think if they do that, this sword will be very OP in PvE and maybe PvE as well. PvE and PvP, I should say. There's a lot of P's. So since I put on the God Slayer Greatsword, I need to change my armor. I can't wear my scaled armor. I need to be slightly lighter, so I picked up the Lindell Knight armor. I haven't worn this one in a while, and yeah, I like how all these kind of knight armor is like you can get their armor, you can get the whole set basically, and I really like that. You can farm for it as well. All these knights that you see, they have percentages that you get their armor from. So this tunnel, this mining tunnel, what's so special about it? I think it just aesthetically it looks very different to all the other ones. It got basically ice and snow, and this whole tunnel is frozen over. Of course, we have a little bit different in terms of the enemy being involved in here, but the same logic applied. You get mining stones in here, you can see all these stone miners, and at the end you will get a stone mining belt, if I remember correctly. So yes, it has been a little bit since I recorded my last post commentary, and that commentary is already, well, a selection of them already completed the game. I'm actually on my second playthrough with my strength and magic character. As I mentioned, plenty of time, and even that character is 20 hours in now. So I really enjoy the game. I'm not gonna make a review video or whatever, because I think it's very clear that this is one of my favorite game, one of my best game ever. Completely missed the mining stone on the right. That would have been the mining stone 7 or 8. But yeah, I really enjoy this game, and definitely this is one of my favorite game of all time. Maybe very close. It's very close. And I think last year I did a what is my favorite of all time list. All time as in like my PlayStation 1 experience, 2, 3, 4, PC, Xbox, you know, all my gaming experience, all the games that I play, what are my top 10. I actually created that list because my friend was asking me about it, you know, just curious, just talking about games in general. And I was like, I can give you a top 3 very quickly, but can I give you the rest of the 7? Not really. So I thought it might be a fun thing to do, to kind of see what my whole full list of top 10 is, and maybe in a later date, because with so many games coming out for Sony, there's been so many great games that's going to come out this year and also next year. So the list might change the list might change a lot, you know. But either way, let's focus on Elden Ring. Amazing game, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10, whatever you want to call it. So we literally just killed the lesser Alabaster Lord, and opening the boss gate, we are going to fight a very, very familiar foe, and this is another Astel enemy, Stars of Darkness. So we fought them a couple of times underground, under Lindell, and under the lands between, I should say. So we know that they are not really that difficult. The one thing that I often struggle with, especially in this game, is the grab attack. I feel like their hitboxes on the grab attack is ridiculous, and also it happens so quickly as well. My slow ass mind cannot react to it. But Astel, the Stars of Darkness, is definitely one of those enemy that I just hate fighting. Especially this one. This one has actually got some health, got some defense out of it. So I know that this is going to be a grind out fight. It's not like I can just use my full attack mode and get him down quickly. But eventually I will. Right now I'm playing it safe with my shield. Later on I will be playing this with my dual katana. So yeah, so this enemy is really, it can bleed, and that is the one big thing about Elden Ring, is that a lot of enemy can bleed, and the bleed effect is just so good. Frost kind of do a similar thing, and I know Scarlet Rot definitely can be very viable against a tougher enemy. So I'm excited to do all the different builds and see what happens, really. So this is where I'm already running out of the Crimson Tears. So give him credit, Astel, Stars of Darkness. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So round 2. So round 2 is pretty much, instead of the Bloodflame Blade, I decided to use the Falca Dragon Bolt to see how much more damage I do. Because I always use the Bloodflame Blade, and it just kind of makes it boring to use after a while. Because I'm not one of those players that just stick with one weapon, stick with one spell. Because I know, like, maybe there's some weapons or spells that are very OP, and you can literally just click, or Ash of War that are very OP, and then you can just click L2 to use the Ash of War, or you do the same attack and then again and again and again on majority of the enemy. And that to me is boring. Like, that's really boring. But the reason there's so many items, so many weapons, so many gears that you can use is because every situation of the fight is different. So this is where I managed to get him down to half health, and he just keep grappling me. Once you get these kind of Astel enemy, it's just gonna keep grappling you. It's just gonna keep grappling you, and I was struggling so badly on that grab attack. And I did before on these kind of enemies. This is a whole compilation. The whole compilation of being grabbed. As you can see, I was full health. And then it got me back to about, what, 10% health, like that. And then when he threw me down on the floor, I just instantly die. It wasn't the health. The health didn't drop down to 0. I think I just instant die. So I think that's an instant kill grapple move. I'm not too sure, but so this is where I'm going in. At the start, as you know, I was using the Blood Flame Blade, and I was actually getting some success out of it. So I decided, why not infuse one of my Uchihtana with a blood build, and I'm gonna use the blood grease. I think I put on the blood grease as an accident, really. So I got the Barrier of Gold as well. So the Barrier of Gold Pyromancies is what I got about a couple episodes ago, and this will significantly increase your magic defense, and this is something that I need. This is magic defense, so they're not difficult, but their magic can hit hard, because throughout this snowfield area, I was pretty balanced level. I was pretty level field. Maybe I'm a little bit stronger in the mountaintop of the giants. So when I come to the snowfield, my expectation was that, oh, it's gonna be roughly the same, you know, same level, same enemy. But no, all the enemy in the snowfield is, I feel like they are significantly stronger. Well, not significantly stronger, but they're definitely stronger, and I don't feel like my level was balanced. Even going against the Alabaster Lord or the Stone Miners, I can feel like, okay, I'm not doing as much damage. Maybe I need to further improve my sword, or I need to further improve my character. But I don't want to go away and level up a little bit and then come back to this boss, because I know I can beat this boss. The one fundamental thing is that I can tank some of his magic attack, but the one major move he does is the grapple. As long as I dodge that grapple every time he does it, because he might do it a couple of times, I'm good, you know. So one of the blade is blood infused, so every time you improve the blade, so I think the Uchihtana at the moment, the one with the blood infused, you can see on the little icon with the red bar kind of thing, red icon. So that's the bleed icon. So I've got grab once again, but this one is not instant kill. This one is still, it's like a magic grapple, but I got magic defense, so that's why I pretty much tanked it. So yeah, so the Uchihtana at the moment I think it's a plus 18. This blade will build up blood for like 74. The normal Uchihtana will have a blood build up of 45, but this one will have 74. So it's a lot better. It's like I'm almost using 3 katanas at a time. So that's why I started using this against this Asdel enemy, because I know I need maximum amount of Crimson Flask, and I know I need the Barrier of God incantation to buff me up. So you can see that every time he teleport, I try to swing around the cameras and try to run away a little bit, run around, because I know his grapple attack is very hard to roll out of if you don't know where he is. So that's why I was trying to like run around like an idiot and hope for the best. Really, I still don't know what the optimum strategy to not get grabbed by him apart from that. So rolling out last flask, and he basically had very little health left. So I'll just again try to rain in on him as much as possible. How did that swipe hit him? I don't know, but I'm just glad that I managed to beat this guy. Fun enemy, as you can see on my compilation. I tried it like 5-6 times and finally bested him with my dual wield katana, full aggression mode. Yeah, it's fun. But this is what I'm saying about this guy, these stone miners. When they hit me with a pickaxe earlier, like my health was just like 40% gone. So this is the Alabaster Lords. So they are the lesser, more common enemy. We fought a boss version in the Evergoer, I think. But they use the gravitational magic, very similar to Radahn. They use this gravitational magic to pull you in and that. So the Alabaster Lord sword. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones. This is a great Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. So yeah, this tunnel is brilliant because this can reinforce my armament to plus 25. So pause on the screen if you want to read it. So this is important because I can now get my Uchihtana to plus 25. I know I said earlier that, oh, I don't like just using one weapon, and I pretty much use Uchihtana from the start to the end because it's a really good weapon. It's an amazing weapon. But that, you know, that's okay though, because I'm using Godslayer Greatsword, and I'm using the Black Bow, and I use so many different weapons before. I'm dual wielding, you know, I'm using the Serpent Bone Blade. And then pretty much in the in a couple episode time, you'll see me using the River of Blood katana. So I am using variety of weapons. Like curved sword I never use. The twin blade I used. You know, the god skin pillar. So yeah, I'm using variety of weapons, even though I can just use Uchihtana for majority of it. Just to keep it fresh, keep it fun. I know that my character build are mostly dexterity for majority of the weapons, dexterity and faith, so that is all these weapons that is what I can use. So I'm gonna use most of it. So coming back to the snowfield, we just killed the invader. He got one of those dagger that can do blood damage. Really cool. But this is another very cool thing. It's like out of bloody Star Wars or something. A shower of magic. It's created by those Mycelium. So the bell creature, the bell stone creature that we need to hackle is the stone, the cursed stone out of his ankle, and then it will come down, and then we can replicate one of the Lord Soul, one of the boss souls. So unfortunately I got hit pretty hard there, but I just thought, look, let's just run up to it. But then I got hit again. Torrent is dead, and yeah, it's really bad when you don't have a horse in here, and I did not have a Crimson Tears. That's what I was saying. Like, this area is so difficult, and I wasn't hitting hard. I wasn't tanking it hard, so I need to be a little bit more careful. But as long as I didn't get hit by one of those magic orb thing, shower thing, I'm good. And then we're just gonna go hackle his ankle, getting all the curved stone out of his ankle, and then you can see that he starts falling down. And you do not want to be underneath, my man. Kind of, the bell just kind of goes into him in the middle. I wonder if the bell is actually what like pushes the grave on top. So very close to it is a Site of Grace. Of course, it's a church looking thing, and this is where we needed to go. So you can see the Urbanic woman. Silver Mirror Shield, excellent in magic defense. You can see 89 damage negation on magic, and also 100% physical as well. So not a very tough shield, because the guard state ability is only 45 compared to the pretty much the 51 on my kite shield. So is a big difference. Is a fairly good difference. So you can read that. So this is the shield for the Loretta, the knight. We will see him fairly soon. So the Urbanic Rumen, I summon Latenna.
O young yet towering sister of ours, let the birthing droplet in and create life for us, for all the Albinorics.
So birthing tears.
Finally fulfilled my purpose.
Nice. The somber ancient dragon smithing stone. So that is that will reinforce armament, so special armament like my Godslayer Greatsword or my Black Bow to +10. I think I decided to put that onto the Godslayer Greatsword. I think either that or the Black Bow. I can't remember which one I've done first. The bow has been with me forever, and it's been fantastic. So yeah, that was a very touching moment. Very early on in the game, we met up with Latenna, with her wolf as well, Lobo, and now we managed to fulfill her mission. We promised her that we'll take her to the Haligtree, back to her homeland, and we did. So that's very good. That's very good of us to do that. I think the Bloodflame blade is one of my favorite blade of all time, man. It's just so cool. Not only is blood infused, but then the flame as well. We're just like So we got one of these executioner duelist. Just looking at the sea into the nothingness, and yeah, I defeated him pretty easily. Again, the blood build-up is insane. So we got the Rotten Duelist Grievous. And right next to him is this sort of very magical looking, mysterious looking town. So Ordina, or Ordina. Is it Ordina? So Ordina, this town is significant because this will take you to the Haligtree, basically. And the direction that the duelist was looking at is when you open up the map is the location of the Haligtree. So maybe he was looking in the Haligtree and be like, I want to go there. So a very useful message. Once again, messages are fantastic. And it says armor ahead, and I got the black knife armor set, which is very cool. Very cool. I am planning on, I mentioned this before, I'm planning on doing an assassin build after my strength and magic build. And I'm gonna need to plan that a lot more than just going heads on. I need to plan out like how to get OP at the start, because obviously daggers are a not the most powerful weapon. So I need to make sure that to get the talisman for it, that will improve my build. So it will have all the small weapon, I think, not just daggers, but a blood build daggers is obviously the choice here, but I might do freeze instead, because freezing attribute will also take away 20% of your health or something like that, or not as much as bleed, but it will still do a good amount of freeze damage, take away your health, and also while you are in the frozen state, you are your damage defense or damage negation will be weaker. So every hit I do afterwards will be a lot more. Not like bleed. Bleed, you just do a big chunk of health, and then you need to all your damage still do the same, and you need to rebuild the build up. So I think freeze is more of a also suitable for more of an aggressive build. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I just want to finish off my other character first, and then I'll do the assassin build. The assassin build, yeah, daggers will be one of the weapons, and I'm thinking of using crossbow, because I barely use crossbows in any From Software games. Because I just thought the crossbow was really weak. It's more of a close range weapon, whereas you kind of want your bow to do projectile attack in at least medium to long range, but crossbow can't. Crossbow just basically close range, and it doesn't do that much of an attack than a swipe. But that will change if I'm using a dagger. I'll dual wield the daggers as well, so I'll mainly just gonna dodge. And then I'm thinking of using the a rapier as well, so I'll use a rapier build. I'll also have a rapier set with the parrying shield, so I'll start parrying a lot more in this game. Because in Dark Souls 1, parrying is brilliant, and then as the Soul series goes on, it's still powerful, but it's not as, I don't know, you can tank a lot more attack. So that's why, and also in Dark Souls 3, you have parrying shield for the weapon art, and you have a shield that do weapon art that is different. So that will do your sword art instead on your weapon instead of parrying. So that's why parrying was fading out on my style of play. But yeah, I'm really good at parrying in Dark Souls 1 because just timing as well. It's all about that timing. Right, so going back to the game, Ordina. So I just went through the whole town, and you can see all those little ritual places that I have to climb ladder on. And coming to this, going into this Evergoer, basically I need to light up all those ritual. And I'm guessing like we are going back in time, you know, because we need to break the seal. We need to break the seal in order to get to the Haligtree. So we get down to the Evergoer. It's like we're going in the past now, and all these ritual fireplace is still there. So this is what I needed to do. This actually scared the shit out of me. So we got the Black Knife Assassin that are completely invisible. You know, they are invisible and they can do devastating grab attack that you just see. And I was just like, holy shit, what do I do? Because last time when I defeated one of the Black Knife is when I call my wolves. Call my wolf so then they know exactly where he is, and I just rain in on him. And I remember that there is something that I can buy so then I can see them, but I just didn't have a chance to put that on because I was just, you know, getting decked by the Urbanic woman, the warriors shooting magic arrows. Their attack is devastating. You can see some of the smoke, some of the dust that they kicked off when they were getting towards us. And I was just swinging my blade like crazy trying to get this dude. I was trying to get him trapped into this little hut, like trapped in the corner, and then can rain in on him. But yeah, it wasn't much of a success, and pretty much you can see that I used all my flasks. I was literally 5 minutes just running around and trying to hit him like a madman, swinging my blade. Used up all my flasks and then I was dead. So after getting the sentry torch, I can see him. I can see him, but I ran into him and he grabbed me straight away. So not the best. I can't use my shield, so I need to rely on my dodge, and that's okay. You know, their attack is quick, but I know that my blade also do quite a lot of damage. They will bleed, but just not very easy. But they are very good enemy. They're fun, you know. They're aggressive. They're fun, and you know, you just don't mind dying to them. They can be a bit annoying because they fly around very a lot, like couple of attacks, and they just swing about. But that's, you just have to adjust for it, and I did just that because you can see that I know that after a couple of attacks they will just backstep into places, and I just use my thrust attack. So that's me reading the room, and I'm just like, okay, I know your moveset now. I know you're gonna backstep, so let me do my longest attack, which is the thrust attack. So yeah, you just need to learn and adapt. You got different attack moves, and you just need to learn your weapon. You know, you have your thrust attack, you have your slash attack. You just need to learn your moveset, and that comes with time. You know, two-handing your weapon will have a different moveset, and you need to know whether your moveset is can attack the whole crowd. It's more of a crowd control one, you know, because it like my God Slayer greatsword is swinging about quite a lot. That's good for crowd control. There are some weapon like halberd mainly does like one damage, doesn't really have a lot of wide area of damage. So you need to be aware of what attack and where you are and against the enemy. Try to get them in the line. Like when you're using a spear, try to get all your enemy into a line, and then you can hit them at once. Because again, the spears won't be a very good crowd control weapon. So, but you just need to learn your moveset and fight your enemy accordingly. So yeah, it's not just swinging your swords madly, but it's also being smart about the weapon that you use and the moveset that it has, and the and that. So yeah, I did decide to put it into the God Slayer greatsword because it's brilliant. You know, I'm using my bow less and less now. So yeah, it's just that I'm using my sword less and less. My bow, I should say. I'm using my bow less and less. It's still very good. The bow, the black bow with the barrage weapon skill. Amazing, absolutely amazing. But in this kind of day and age, when I'm in a very tough area against tough boss, I just thought, okay, it'll be good. So I was having a little arrow battle, and that one arrow just literally scraped the roof and managed to get down and hit me, and I died. These Abenoric women are warriors, are very, very tough. What I should have done though is to put on the magic defense talisman, and that will ease the pain a little bit. And they give out about 4 grand, almost 5 grand of runes. That's really, really good. So that's, once again, you know that how tough they are. You know how tough this area is, because you know it takes so long. Well, they give you a lot of runes. So I've done 3 out of the 4 ritual fireplace, and I spent like 5 minutes trying to find the other places. I managed to find this woman that I knocked down earlier, and just did a thrusting attack. Not thrusting attack, a plunging attack is what I should say. So yeah, after about 5 minutes of running around the town, I managed to find the last one, and the seal was broken. You know, now we can now we teleport back to the present day, and the seal is broken, and you can see straight away, the seal is gone, and we can go to this secret place. So what could the secret place be? Already spoiled it. Is there... Okay, come on. Is there... So that's Jiren. It's Miquella's Haligtree. There you go. So yeah, so this place is the Haligtree. Beautiful. All the music, the sound. This place is big. This place is big. Like, it's big. It has loads of tough enemies, loads of different enemies, and a lot of good stuff. So yeah, I didn't want to do the Haligtree. I want to film me doing the Haligtree. I just want to get there, and I know there are still a few spots in the snowfield. You can see that, you know, some of these areas that I'm going back to, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, there's obviously the island on the right, on the east side. That is definitely something. So there are still markers everywhere. This is the one thing that I love about this is I obviously done the first playthrough. I recorded all the gameplay, and obviously I cut some of them that I don't think is relevant. But then after I defeated the game, I kind of explore a little bit more on areas that I missed using the wiki. And even then, I'm on my second playthrough with my strength and magic character. I'm still finding new stuff. I'm still finding new dungeons that I haven't been to with my samurai dude. And I'm just like, what the? How big is this game? How many secrets have I not found yet? Like, the one big thing is that the Lord of Blood, I think his name is Mog the Lord of Blood. I did that off screen after I completed the game, because I did not know about this. I was trying to get the legendary weapon, I think, and I just didn't realize. I just did not realize that he was there. And it's an area that I very quickly discovered during one of these episode live commentary episode. So that's probably why. Because when you've been playing the game for like 70-80 hours and you're very close to the end, you just kind of rush. I rushed it. I'm just like, I want to go to the end now. You know, I want to see the ending. I want to fight the bosses, because I know Elden Ring is just too big. Is so big that there's so much things to explore. So we are currently in the Snowfield Catacomb. Of course, we're in the catacomb, so we see these little watchdogs enemy that I absolutely hate, and I think everyone who play Elden Ring hates as well. So that's the one cool thing about this catacomb in the snowfield, is that instead of flame or fire breathing out those traps, is frostbite. That do shitloads of damage. Look at that. I think this catacomb is one of my hated catacomb ever. I hate this place. This catacomb is also a realization of, holy shit, if I'm struggling in this area, what else am I gonna face in the Haligtree and the other area? So you can see that he just came in and busted my ass out of nowhere. I did not realize he was there. So yeah, I didn't exactly show everything about this area because I died a lot. Number one, I died a lot in this area, and number two, all of these watchdog enemies, the sanctuary, they are everywhere. They are the common enemy of this catacomb, and we know that they have very high damage resistance, and they don't stagger that easily. They will get staggered eventually, but you can't stagger their attack. If they go stagger, they go stagger. There's no like in between. So you can see that I stagger them with my heavy attack, and using the stairs, using a bit of cheese to get him. But yeah, there's so many times I'm just running around this catacomb and just wasting crimson tears to try to defeat these bosses, and well, not bosses, but these tough enemy. So I managed to get the Im head, managed to get all my runes back. You see 80k, like I'm getting runes so easily now because I'm in the tougher area. So I've got a couple of Im heads. So this is the Elder Im head. So this will improve your arcane by 2, and using this Im head, which is pretty cool. If you got a weapon that you're just missing a couple of attribute points, you can wear the Im head to meet that requirement, so then you can use the weapon. So these are the new enemy. So these are the Haligtree, the Haligtree Knight. So the Haligtree Knight will do a massive amount of holy damage, and they can be very nimble, and they do some of these frisbee attack as well. So we've seen them before, but why did they end up being in the catacombs and dungeons that we see is another kind of lore. I think we've seen them before. So yeah, another frostbite column trap. I just hated this place, guys. I really hate this place, and it is one of the worst catacombs that I have been in, that I explored in. I did find out that the bow, which is very useful, can hit the column and it will go down. So 2 Haligtree Knight, not gonna do well against them, and I fell, and there was a watchdogs there, and I'm just like, look, I'm just like, okay, let's check out this place. So you're getting the growth word, like level 8 now, level. So someone hit those columns to have those frostbite back and basically trap me here. I was like, great. And trying to stay alive, and just die. This is like one of the, I probably died in here like 6-7 times, and it's just really annoying. I'm just like, I was getting frustrated because it's just like it's so difficult. But back in the room where there was 2 knights, I managed to kill one very quickly, and what I was talking about, they just throw frisbee, and basically this is it. They just throw frisbee constantly. And they, similar to Malenia. So we heard about Malenia fighting Radahn, and she basically released her Scarlet Rot, and that's why Khalid, I keep saying Khalid, but it's actually Khalid. That's why it got into a Scarlet Rot, like filled with Scarlet Rot in Khalid. Finally got to the boss room, and well, the boss lever. I haven't got to the boss room yet. Jumped down and I got frostbitten. The reason I ignore those ruins is because I already lost them. Well, I think I used them at the end. But either way, I was just so happy that there was a boss room here. And that's pretty much it for this episode, ladies and gents. I'll leave the final boss here for this episode. Not really a tough challenge at the end. The dungeon itself was a lot worse, a lot more challenging. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Click the like button to put a smile on my face. Subscribe to my channel for more Elden Ring episodes and any other games that I play. Stay safe out there, keep calm, and video game. Peace!